This episode is dedicated to the memory of my beautiful dog, Tig. You can learn a little bit about her connection to the show at the end of this episode. Enjoy.
Black Public Access.
You're listening to GRAC Public Access on 101.7 FM, the GRAC here in Grackleton. I'm Tog Chesterfield, and I'm here with my co-host, Parker Spoon.
Here I am. Here I am. I'm so happy to be back here for the third recording of the wonderful, wondrous radio show that we do. They know where we are yet, or no?
No, they don't. They don't know where we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a false start, everybody. So this is our second start of this third episode of the show. And we're at Linda's funeral parlor this week. Linda's funeral parlor. Our theme this week is cakes. And our sponsor is Small Brooms. Just Small Brooms, the item, I think. I don't know. That's what I have on the piece of paper.
It doesn't make so. How can our sponsor be like Small Brooms?
Small Brooms, yeah.
Okay,
It
well,
might be
yeah.
the Small Broom store. I figure it is. But later on, we're going to have a demo about Small Brooms. So I figure that maybe we'll learn more about the sponsor at that point.
This is lovely. So we can paint a little seascape for our listeners.
Yeah.
I am sitting here and there's a parlor. It's called a funeral parlor sometimes, but there's actually a parlor
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And it looks, I don't know how you describe it, but you ever see those Sherlock Holmes and his buddy Watson?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels to me like this might be the kind of room that he sat in back when he used to solve mysteries in the 1780s, or whatever that was.
Yeah. It really does. It really does. And just so the listeners know, we're painting a seascape, although we're nowhere near the sea because we're landlocked here in Grackleton.
No, it's just a turn of the phrase.
It's turn of the phrase. And there's a lot of sea-based turn of phrases in Grackleton, which is just, I always find that interesting since we're nowhere near the sea. But I agree. And it's, if you've seen Linda's funeral parlor from the outside, it kind of looks like a strip mall. But when you walk inside, it looks like that. It looks like Sherlock Holmes. It's just very ornate and beautiful on the inside. You forget where you are. You forget where you
They
are.
must have hired like a set dresser, a Hollywood set dresser to do this, because I am looking around and there is so I'm going to get close to the microphone and do some ASMR here.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, this is kind of what I'm known for. There is a painting of a ship weathering a storm on the wall. See, more of the nautical stuff.
It's more nautical. Grackleton loves the sea.
Yeah. And there's a bowl over here, and it's filled with some. Look in here. Oh, you know what it looks like in that bowl? You know those you get them in trail mix sometimes, and they're kind of like spiced little things.
Like is it the shreddies or like the shreddies that it looks like, or is it more like the corn nut?
Yeah, it's like there's like a heavily spiced. It's simply delicious. I'll tell you that.
Is it
I
a
don't know
Brazil
if
nut?
possibly.
A peanut?
I've never been. Yeah, I think it's a peanut.
It's
I think
a
that's what
peanut.
it might be.
A heavily spiced peanut. Yeah.
It is.
How did you
I don't
not know what a peanut was, Parker Spoon?
I'm just, because I before I eat stuff, I don't, look at it. I try to do it based on taste.
I see.
So
But I
that
mean,
way,
a peanut is the most common nut, wouldn't you say?
I love peanuts, but this one was so wonderfully spiced. It
Oh,
feels
I see.
that yeah. So just so the audience knows, when I first, at a restaurant and anything else, I will sit with my back away, my back towards the table,
Mhm.
and then I will reach around and grab whatever's on the table, so that this is only the first bite, so it's not weird.
Right.
Yeah,
So you're
so that I
kind
can.
of like a like Sherlock Holmes, but of food. You like the mystery.
It's exactly it.
Yeah.
Wait, and what is life but it's you set yourself a little mystery and then you solve it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
But for
okay.
you, it's
Yeah.
food. Have you ever been worried that your food might be tampered with or something like that, like in a murder mystery? Oh, spooky. Speaking of
Um.
haunted,
Yeah. Just don't. Can you
I won't do that. I can.
Yeah. Don't say
Yeah, I
that,
won't do
please,
that. Yeah,
because
no.
it's good. No, I'm gonna.
I
Oh,
have tissues if you need any to cry.
no, I. Yeah, I know what you're. So what Tog is referring to is it so happened that on last episode I cried 4 times.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of reasons why that happened, and as I wrote back, his, they sent me emails again. The accounts,
Oh, are they still doing that?
yes, and so for anybody who wasn't here last week they had a lot of emails came into my account, which I'm not going to give out, and they came from email addresses that were lots of letters and numbers, and this time there were some symbols as well.
Uh-huh.
And one of the email addresses even had like an emoji of a pork chop in it.
Really? In the email
Yeah,
address, did
in
you
the
just say?
email address. I didn't think it was allowed,
I
and
didn't think that was allowed either.
yeah, it was a bunch of numbers and letters and a pork chop, and they said that they made fun of me, without mercy. Is I guess what I'm
Right.
trying to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because I cried, and I wrote them back, and he told me
Uh-huh.
not to write them back, but I did
No,
write them back.
Oh, no.
Yes, and I said it was because we were in the wonderful woods, and
Right.
my emotions ran the best of me, and that I will not cry this episode. Okay, I'm going to be quiet
Okay.
now because they said I talk too much.
Oh, well, there you don't, Parker. You talk just a fine, perfect amount. You don't need to worry about that. I think they're just trying to get your goat. Like not a literal goat because you don't have a goat, but you know what I mean? Turn of phrase, another turn of phrase. Trying to get your goat.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, moving on.
yeah.
So we've covered the show sponsor and the show theme this week is cakes.
Cakes.
Cakes. Yeah, because I got the post-it right here that says talk about cakes.
You know what I love?
What do you love,
And
Parker?
I'm going to try. This is going to be a show about stuff we love. Let's make it about stuff we love. Because we're here in such a different environment.
Yeah,
Let's just talk. Let's celebrate stuff.
we should, because I mean, this is like you need to celebrate the things that you love in life. And that's what this kind of location should probably inspire in us today.
There's a cake called Trace Leeches. And
Oh.
it is a wonderful cake with different types of milks. And
Three of them, I would guess.
I don't know. I
Well,
don't track this stuff.
Tress means
but
three milks, right? Like it doesn't. Isn't that what it's titled?
The person at the restaurant was always nice and said, the first time I went there, I didn't even know what it was because I was reaching behind me and my hand went
course.
right into it.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I thought they were playing a joke. I'm like, what is this? And they said, no, it's Trace Lychees. And I ate it, and I thought that it was. I was trying to be adventurous. I thought it was actual leeches.
Oh. Oh, you did? That's what you thought that they would serve you? Is like the things that go in lakes and suck your blood from your leg?
I don't know. I'll go to a restaurant with an open heart and an open mind.
You would
and
be
that's-
okay eating leeches if they gave you, I would presume, 3 leeches is what you thought. They presented you with 3 leeches on a plate, and you would actually eat that.
I thought it through, and I was saying it's only 3. You can do this, and let's just fast forward to the surprise when it was a wonderful mouthfeel. It felt as if, for a second, I honestly believed that it was a vanilla flavored leech that I was eating.
Oh.
And but it wasn't. It was, as you said later on, it's a word for You said later on before.
Milk.
Milk.
3
Yeah.
milks.
And I was saying it wrong because I'm, I don't get out of Grackleton a lot.
You don't even like
it is.
saying your last name, Parker Spoon. Sorry,
Yeah.
I
No.
shouldn't have brought that up. I just can't get over the fact that you would be okay with something that attaches to your body and sucks the blood out of it going into your mouth.
I'm fine with that.
Wow.
But I would not be fine with the way you're saying that. I would not be fine with the vampires at all.
Right.
And let's not talk about them if we can for the show.
We won't, because we're talking about things that we love in this
what
show
kind
that
of
we're
cake
celebrating.
Do you love? I want to hear what kind of cakes you would
cake love. I love. You know what? I love a red velvet cake.
I don't know what that is.
That's it's not actual velvet. But it's just, I think that just references how soft and fluffy it is, like a velvet, I guess. I don't know, but it's also bright red, which, I mean, speaking of vampires, would remind you of blood. It kind of looks like blood, but it's just like food coloring, or I guess you can use beets or something like that too. And it's just a nice fluffy chocolate cake is the flavor. And then it has, if you do it right, you put on more icing than the cake layer. You have like a thick ass layer of icing. They might. I have to bleep that out. I have to. Oh
okay.
Shoot! I forgot to. I have to bleep myself
I'm leaving.
too.
I'm walking away.
I have to bleep myself.
Leaving.
Okay.
I'm leaving. I
Okay.
don't want. You know what? I hate to be. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is not what I agreed to.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
All right, listener, he's just walking away. He'll probably come back. So it's just a very a nice and thick layer of cream cheese icing, listener. And I think it might be vanilla flavored as well as the tres leches cake. But it's a very nice cake, and that would be the cake that I would choose. Parker will be back, I'm pretty sure. Oh no. Oh, Parker went into it. Yes, I can hear you, Parker. I can hear you. You're stuck? Okay.
I went into a room and there's no door on my side of the room.
There's no door. Well, can you go on to the side of the room that you entered the room? Like the one, yeah. Okay, you got it. Yeah, just come out the way that you went in. That should probably solve the issue.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, you made your...
I'm sorry about that.
That's
sorry.
okay.
You made a mistake, and I should not be so
Yeah,
judgmental.
I know. I need to get used to bleeping myself if I say a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I should not have done that.
That's okay. It's going to help me learn for next time. If I do a curse, hopefully there won't be a next time, but I'll just let me put the bleep box right in front of me so I remember a little bit better. It was off to the side.
When I walked into the room, there was a man there staring at me.
Oh no. What room did you go into? Did you see what kind of room it was?
Not really. I was trying to find the exit.
Yeah. Oh, the exit from the whole building. Okay.
No, from the room to get back to say I'm sorry to you.
I
see. I missed you a lot.
I missed you too, Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a man just staring at me. He was standing in a corner. You ever see that movie? It was called the Blair Witch Project. And they were somewhere in the woods, and there were like werewolves or something chasing after them.
I never watched it because I get seasick. Speaking of the sea, but I get seasick when I'm watching things too. And I heard that you get really seasick. Because that camera was
shaking around when they were running away from the werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I threw up, but it was such a good movie that I wanted to. I just sat there.
Oh, it was worth throwing up for.
Yeah, I changed as soon as I got home.
Yeah, I think it still sounds too scary for me if it has werewolves.
But anyway, at the end of the movie, after the werewolf gets him, something happens, and I guess they were standing in the corner of a basement, facing the corner, and that always scared me. But that's what the man was doing.
That's what the guy. I guess he can hear us doing the show. Could you hear me? You could hear me.
Oh, I could. Yeah, when
Well,
I
then,
screamed to you, I could hear you.
right.
Yeah.
Well, then he's probably, and I yelled pretty loud back. Oh, I guess they know that we're here because
Yeah.
I didn't tell them again. That's why we're here so early in the morning. Um,
Oh.
I'm afraid
Oh.
of somebody saying no. And this is community radio. We have to be in the community.
Well, this
Anyways, I
is.
should talk about maybe what we have on the show for today so we can do the show before they start catching on that we're doing the show here. In today's show, we have This Week in the Gazette, which is where I go over some of the headlines that have been in the Grackleton Gazette. And then we have Taste of Grackleton, which we have every show where we talk about food and what we've eaten this week. And then we have that product demo of small brooms, and we'll learn who's sponsoring the show today. Something to do with small brooms. That's all I heard. So should we start with those headlines, Parker?
I am so ready.
Okay.
I'm so excited. So let's. Yeah, I
Okay.
love this part.
All
Are you gonna
right.
play? Are you gonna play the thing?
Let's hold for the bumper. The Gazette. All right. We held for bumper, so they'll put the bumper
I
in
didn't
there.
hear it.
Oh no, we don't. Jen puts in the bumper when I give them the tapes, because I give them the tape.
Can you tell me what it would have said, or is that gonna mess it up?
I don't really know what it says. It says it has some music, and then they say some
Oh,
things. I think.
I hope everybody enjoyed that.
I hope they enjoyed it too. And I just give them the tape. All right. So the first headline that I have here from the Grackleton Gazette is Town's lone parking meter broken for 2 years. Still no plans to fix it. That's what the headline says.
And do I say something now about
Now
that?
you say something, yeah, about the headline.
Okay. Oh,
Now
okay.
we
Well,
talk about the news.
Yeah, I've always liked that parking meter. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of one of our monuments almost.
One of our which? Sorry, Parker?
A monument.
Oh, a monument.
Monuments? Am
Yeah.
I saying that right?
Monument? Am I saying that right?
Monuments.
It's
I
a
don't know.
Yeah.
Monuments.
Monument. It's a
Yeah.
monument. Well, now that word sounds really weird to me.
It sounds
Monument.
weird. I'm gonna
How do you say it again?
monument. I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. We're not supposed to be on our phones.
Yeah, we aren't supposed to be on
monument.
monument. That just sounds really
Doesn't
strange
sound
to me.
right.
It doesn't sound right to me either.
I think I made that up.
Or we've
I
just said
make
it too many times now. It
Times
just
to
does.
each. Well, anyway, it's a
Anyway.
lovely. I like, even though it's broken, they've done a very nice. I guess it's so anybody here who's not from Crackleton, I'm sure everybody is.
I
But
think
this
yeah.
is.
Listening
know,
to this
they
show,
keep-
I think they're all from here.
Let's hope that someday people are listening to this from all over the place.
Yeah, you might.
And they painted like different things at different colors for the seasons and stuff. The broken meter. So
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of like a tourist attraction for the people that aren't from here. That I think it's one of the things on the tour, like when you go to the visitor information center when you're entering Grackleton. I'm pretty sure like the tour people are that tell you where to go, tell you to go to that parking meter because it is like a monument that we have.
I know that at the motel where they have the brochures, there's
Yeah.
a pamphlet about it.
Really? They've made
Yeah. Oh,
I haven't seen that yet.
No, there is. I was picking up my uncle, Christoph, and it was right there, and they showed a collage.
Yeah.
No, there's a collage.
A
Of
collage.
the different ways that they've painted it, like
Yeah.
a zebra striped and tie dyed, and
Oh, I loved it when
and,
they
like,
did that one.
candy corn. Which of course, we
Which of
love.
course you would love that, being a connoisseur and everything. Yeah.
That's all I have to say about this.
I always mix up the word collage and collage. They're so close. Maybe we should go on to the next news headline. Let me just get it here. I think this is the right order. I have two on the top. Local grackles form unusual alliance with Henderson's cat against mailman. So that refers to the local birds, the grackles, not the Grackletonians that live here. Some people call them the grackles, but these are the actual birds. What are you looking at? What do you... Oh,
You hear that? No, they hear the sound. It's like a
oh, let me listen.
yeah, it's almost a. I'm gonna say it's like a creak or a shriek, a creak or a shriek.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I heard I heard something. I don't know if it's the same thing that you're hearing, but I heard something.
I got goose pimples up my back.
No, you call them goose pimples. I call them goosebumps. But
No, I've heard
shoot.
that too.
Do you think this place is haunted? I mean, I know we're supposed to be keeping it really like things that we're celebrating, but that might mean
Please
it's
don't.
haunted here.
Please
Don't.
say
Oh,
that.
oh. See, it's a good thing I brought the box of tissues.
No,
I knew
I'm
I'd
not
need
crying.
them.
I'm not crying.
Yeah, you better not. The bots are going to email you again, or those weird email addresses.
Okay.
Okay, you're okay. All right, so listeners, Parker's just going to take a moment. Parker's just going to have a session, let's just say. Henderson's cat is called Henderson's cat. Henderson's that's its actual formal name. I don't know if it's I call it because I don't know if Henderson's cat is a boy cat or a girl cat or what. But Henderson's cat is very strong.
Looks like a tiger.
Looks like a tiger. Yeah, that's what everyone says going by. No one messes with Henderson's cat, which makes sense because grackles are a pretty strong and loud bird, that they would form an alliance. And that mailman probably is quite scared, I would imagine.
My mom says it's a mountain lion.
Yeah, it really looks like one.
Bobcat.
It just stares you right down in the eye. Like, I get the goose pimples, speaking of which, the goosebumps in my case, just walking down the street next to Henderson's house.
Do you see him over there? Or no, do you not? He's walking right through the room. Just doesn't even say hi to us.
That's what my eyes are glued onto
And
right
it's
now.
so weird over there. And he left.
And he just left.
He just left. Well,
Almost
that's
kind of
rude.
like an apparition, I would say, but I shouldn't say because
I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you get that fish hook in my cheek.
Yeah, I know. You know what? When it was coming out, I heard it myself. But just a slight moment before I said the words, I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't say this," but
Why
there I
wouldn't
go.
he say hi to us though?
I really couldn't say. I mean, I'm not good on the social
He
dynamics,
saw us.
especially. Yeah, he definitely saw us. Definitely took a look in our direction and just kept walking.
That was the man who was facing the wall in the other room.
Okay, I was wondering because by your description of just standing there, that seems like the kind of activity that kind of person would do, walking through a room.
We wish him the best. How's that?
Yeah, because I don't think that person knows what we're doing because I didn't tell anyone before we got here.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah.
But it's so early. It's so early in the morning, and we're doing a community thing. So the next news item is local corn cake bake-off. Oh, Parker, there you go. Corn cake bake-off set for mid-September. Date, and there's quotation marks around this, perfect. So that's the say, because they did the date setting for the corn cake bake-off. They had the date setting event, and it's now
what is it again? Because no one told me this. What date is it?
It just says mid-September, but it's September 14th is the date. September 14th. Oh no. Oh no. Parker, why is that? Oh.
That stinks, because I'm not going to be here September 14th.
Oh no.
I
know. No.
And I have no choice about it. I have to visit her.
Oh, who are you visiting? And can you put it off? I mean, do they know that it's the corn cake bake-off? I mean, that's our biggest event here. It's more important than Christmas in Grackleton.
No, my mom's sister, Aunt Eloise.
Uh-huh.
I can't get out of it. And every year I try to do it, and I know I have to go, so I will not be attending this year's corn cake bake off.
Oh, what's so important that you're doing?
Well, once a year we visit Aunt Eloise because my mom says that if we are nice to her, then she might put us into the will. So,
Oh, I see.
yeah. So we
Yeah,
go and we talk
that's
to her.
that's pretty important. Yeah.
But I do love her. I'm not doing it just for the will. I don't know if my mom does, but I love her. She's
Right.
nice, but I'd rather be baking corn cakes.
Yeah, I mean, anyone would be rather baking corn cakes than doing anything else, I would think. It's more important than Christmas. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know what? Are you going to still bake a corn cake for the bake-off and get someone else maybe to represent you? Because I heard that you could do a stand-in. They don't like it. I mean, they frown upon it, but they do allow it.
I didn't know if you would be able to.
Oh, me?
Because I don't know if you're baking or not, but maybe you could do it this year. Help me.
Help you get off a second to last place.
Yeah, and I have a recipe thought up and everything.
Okay, I'll do that for you, Parker. I'll do that for you.
Tog.
Yeah, because it was going to be pretty, like I was going to probably record a little session at the bake-off. So, if I was representing, it would be very hard for me to represent myself and also do a non-partial event review. So it might be best that I represented someone else, I think.
I trust you, and I will deputize you, pretending I got.
Here we go.
Here it goes. You guys might want to turn down the radio.
Oh, this is going to be shocking.
Shocking, Marty. Yeah. I'm pretending that I am the Queen of England.
Oh my goodness! Oh, look, my voice did a thing.
And I want to deputize you. I'm going to make you a knight. Here we go. And here's the jokes. The joke's coming up. Hold on a second.
Oh, there's going to be a joke.
Yeah. Watch this. This is the part. This is the shocking part. Ready? I'm going to deputize you with my sword. And oh no, I cut your ear off.
Oh no! Look, there goes my ear.
There goes your ear.
Listener, it was just a pretend sword. Don't be worried.
Yeah, we didn't actually.
No.
Should we not have done that? Is that going to hurt somebody?
You know what? I don't know, but even if it did, I'm in the right place because we're in a funeral parlor.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There we go. Anyways, listener, that's all of our week in the Gazette. And now we're going to just pause for a quick break from one of our friends of the show, and we'll be back after this. Hi. This show today, GRAC Public Access, is brought to you by Small Brooms. This ad is brought to you by the Small Broom Seller Association, which you can join if you sell small brooms in the greater Grackleton area. That's Grackleton proper and all of the farms in the surrounding region. So if you live in that region and you sell small brooms, you can join the Small Broom Association, who is sponsoring today's show, GRAC Public Access Episode 3. So, small brooms, if you sell them, there's an association you can be represented by. If you're in Grackleton and the surrounding in the greater Grackleton region. Welcome back, listeners. We're back, and you're listening to 101.7 FM, The GRAC, and this is GRAC Public Access with Parker and Tog. We're at Linda's funeral parlor, aren't we, Parker?
That's right. And when we were, just so everyone knows, that I have a little bit of a, I might be getting a little bit of a tummy ache. I used the bathroom.
Yeah.
And as Tog told me, after I got back, the bowl that was in there, it was not a food bowl, it was potpourri. And I found out about 3 handfuls too late, So my stomach is doing
You must be
somersaults and
quite used to
tumbles
that
right
since
now.
you don't look at your food before you consume it.
Well, this one I looked at
Oh.
and I thought it looked wonderful, and
Well,
I
I mean, it's
decided,
very
yeah, I
pretty.
was like,
Potpourri is
look at
generally
this
quite beautiful. Yeah.
beautiful. It was wonderful. And then something didn't feel right in my mouth because I felt like sticks and stuff.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And I would only imagine it didn't taste correct either, being potpourri and all.
Tasted like, well, I'm gonna say like perfume a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, you ever walk into like a health food store?
Yeah.
And there's this smell that it's like, you know, the like herbs and like an apothecary and whatnot.
Right, because they often have that next to the door to maybe entice you to come in or something.
It was like that. It was like like a somebody who was a wizard's brew. You know.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh.
Oh.
Did the mic pick that up?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I could hear it in my headphones. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody that just passed by again. It wasn't that same person
Yeah,
though.
it's
Yeah.
different. Yeah, this was one I didn't recognize her. Her hair. So we can paint the seascape for the audience. Her hair was up in a tight perm. It looked like very floral.
Yeah.
Like the potpourri gown, and walked in and out, and
A little bit.
stared
Yeah.
at us
I
for
wonder
a
if
little
it's
bit.
Linda.
Yeah,
It could be Linda. Yeah, I haven't
could be
met Linda,
Linda.
so
yeah. Who
I
can we ask?
I don't know. And honestly, I'm kind of afraid to go ask somebody if we can, because again, they don't know that, well, they know that we're here, I guess, but we haven't addressed that directly yet, that we're here.
Okay.
We're at Linda's funeral parlor, in the parlor
Yeah,
of Linda's funeral parlor, which is, it's not our sponsor this week. Our sponsor is Small Brooms. Something to do with small brooms. But coming up next, Parker and I, speaking of potpourri eating, is the Taste of Grackleton. Taste of Grackleton. Hold for a bumper.
Taste of Grackleton. Oh, yum.
Yum. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, Parker, we're just going to talk about something that we ate this week, or enjoyed, or made, or found, discovered a new food. Parker, what was going on in your gastronomic week?
Well, yeah, emphasis
That's
on the
right.
gas right now. Because,
Ooh.
yeah, I don't know if the audience
they
can see
can't.
my
They-
stomach. The size of my stomach now has, well, this happens sometimes. It's inflating. So, well, of course, the audience
They can't see
what am
anything.
I
This
saying?
is for their ears
But-
only. They can maybe hear that going on. They
But
can
my
probably
stomach is
hear
like-
that.
Yeah, it's elastic. Feeling
Oh,
right now, like a
yeah.
trampoline. So I'm
Wow.
poking my stomach. Yeah, and it hurts when I
You-
do this. So
You probably shouldn't do
probably
that. You'll be
shouldn't do
running
that.
off. You'll be running off away from the microphone again.
I had a delicious dish called I think it's a Taiwanese dish called 3-cup chicken.
3-cup
And,
chicken.
3-cup chicken. And the way this is a real thing that I asked the server about this. And it is a cup of, let me see if I get this right, a cup of sesame oil,
Mhm.
a cup of soy sauce,
Right.
and a cup of rice vinegar, I think is the third one.
Wow.
And then they get delicious. They cook it with garlic and with Thai basil.
Uh-huh.
I guess it's different than, obviously Thailand is different than Taiwan, but they both share a basil.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure they share many wonderful things
Yeah.
together. And yeah, and so it was a lovely dish, and I applauded.
Oh, well, that sounds like it sounds like a lot of oil and vinegar, but that sounds like it would go together very nicely.
I don't think they. So I think like the portions they gave me weren't full.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but like I think when they make it like for like
A
a big
big,
occasion,
like a
it's, you
big
know,
pot or
cups.
something. For some reason, you know what
Yeah.
the seascape I was picturing in my head involved, like, I don't know, just pouring that over the chicken when it got to your table for some reason, which makes no
Oh, no.
sense. I guess that makes no sense,
Yeah.
does it?
Yeah, oh God.
Oh. Oh, I
Oh,
saw movement, like on your
Yeah.
stomach.
Oh.
And you weren't poking it at
boy.
that point.
Nope. Yeah, it was something trying to get out.
Trying to get out.
That's a joke from a movie.
Oh,
Uh,
what movie?
yeah.
I don't.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't watch a lot of
Yeah.
movies really, but I know that was there. But yeah, so I'm okay. I'm just gonna sit here. I will sit in this beautiful chair. I'll sit. Do you know what look at the back of the chair? It's that thing where they take the fabric goes in like little buttons, and they put like little buttons. See how the fabric goes in? It's like it's like a focaccia bread almost. How there's
oh, well, you poke the bread on the top and it. Yeah, yeah.
Did you hear that?
I
Am I going nuts?
no,
I'm going nuts.
I
Now I'm going nuts.
no, I heard that. I heard that time. Maybe it's just
I
from the
got-
apartment upstairs. Maybe Linda went up. Maybe
Okay.
Linda does live upstairs.
That did not sound good.
Oh, yeah,
It
that didn't.
Yeah, it sounded like a shriek or some kind of a shriek, and then what is it called, a clamper, when they how like there's an animal in the attic and there's you hear like little footsteps and is that a clamper? What is the word?
I have no idea which word you're looking for, Parker.
Clamp. I hope I'm not saying any bad words because that's not my intention.
Yeah, well, if you are, then I'm not bleeping them because I don't know those.
Because we don't know, so
I don't know.
they can't hold that against us.
So, listener, if that is a bad word, we apologize, but we're completely
Yeah.
oblivious to that fact.
I'm not even winking.
Yeah,
they
we aren't-
can't see, but
I'm not winking
right
either,
now.
listener.
We're
We're not
winking
winking
each
at
other.
all. So my food of this week that I'm bringing up is Christmas cake, because it's a cake.
What is Christmas
It's a Christmas cake, and I have to say, I just saw it. I didn't eat it because I think it is the nastiest cake that there ever was. And I know that we're only supposed to bring joyful things onto the show this week, so this is an exception, and I apologize to everybody listening. But I saw a Christmas cake this week, and of course, it's nowhere near Christmas, and Christmas isn't Grackleton's biggest celebration. Of course, that is the corn cake bake off. But I did see a Christmas cake in June in Grackleton, and it is the wrong time of year for it, I would like to say. And now that I have this platform, and I would also like to say that it is such a nasty cake that it shouldn't even bear the moniker of cake. There, I said it, and that is my shock jock for this week, is my thoughts on Christmas
I am
cake.
sitting. The audience can't see me, but I'm sitting here with my jaw just wide
Oh,
open.
no.
As Tog's saying this, because that was very mean of you.
Oh. Well, you know what? I'm going to
Yeah.
ask when they produce this show, because listener, if you don't know, we're taping this on a cassette tape, and then we give the cassette tapes to the radio station, and they make this and put it somehow on the radio. And I'm going to ask them to put some like air horn sounds. I think that's what shock jocks do. Is they put air
You
horn.
can, or,
air horns?
air horns, and
Yeah.
sometimes a foghorn. As
Okay,
well.
a foghorn. So I hope that they put some of those sounds in for my shocking confession that I just made. But so you like a Christmas cake, Parker?
No, I'm not gonna be, but I'm not gonna be mean and horrible
Oh,
about it and awful
I see.
about it. You know what
I
I'm
see
saying?
what you're saying.
Yeah.
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 No, that makes sense.
So,
And that might temper
not-
this enough for the fact that we're trying to do a show that is like congenial or whatever, affable.
Tog, you should apologize for that.
I will.
I
I apologize.
Not if you don't
No,
want to.
I actually
Not if
do.
you don't want to. I don't want
No,
to.
I see your face.
I shouldn't- no,
I
I'm
see
so- I
your
shouldn't
face.
say
The
that.
listeners don't see your face. The listeners don't
Okay.
see your face, but I see your face, and I actually feel really bad right now. I actually know. I think I need these tissues myself.
Oh
And
my
she,
gosh.
I actually feel really bad because
Tog,
we promised at the beginning of the show that we weren't going to
don't-
be
don't-
negative.
stop
I
it.
don't like. I just
I'm so
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to the listener. I'm so sorry to you, Parker. And I didn't expect to need these tissues. And here we go. I went back on our promise to do a show that only brought up joyful things, and there I went and brought up the Christmas cake. Okay, I'm pulling it together, Parker. I'm pulling it together for the listeners. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This was my bad, Parker. This was something I brought
No,
up.
it was your turn to cry. It was your turn to cry, and I took it
No,
from you.
that's okay. No, you're
I
just
took
doing
it
it like
from
a
you.
friendly cry. Like I cry when I see someone else cry. I start to cry too sometimes,
Yeah.
except for this show with you, for some reason.
I didn't mean to showboat.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're all good. Maybe we should look. I'm good. Let's just do the other advertisement right now. We'll go to that advertisement, and we'll take a beat, and then we'll come back to the show.
Rec Public Access.
Do you want free bonus clips and behind-the-scenes access for the shows you listen to on StereoForest? Join our free newsletter at stereoforest.com, subscribe, and get your first download when you sign up. That's stereoforest.com/subscribe.
I'm here.
We're back. We're back.
Yeah, I'm still
You're
here.
still here.
We didn't actually pause though. We just kept talking.
Yeah, we didn't actually
You
go
pointed
anywhere.
you pointed at
Yeah.
me to start talking again.
Yeah.
And then I did, but there was no. It's funny because it's like a timescape. You pointed, so the listener at home had more time elapsed than we did here.
Yes, they did. Yeah, because we hand off the tapes and then they do all the stuff. So yeah, they don't have the same time frame that we do doing the show. That's really weird.
It's like that's relativity. That's all about relativity.
is.
And how that
So we're
works.
kind of doing science here.
Science podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Wonderful.
there's that woman again. Yeah, she.
Hold on. Hi.
Hi.
Man, I'm gonna. Oh, just. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, she's not just walking straight by. Hey, you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
I like your hair.
She's
She's gone.
totally gone. Yeah. It's
That is something,
something else. She really does have the same vibe as the guy that walked past.
Other
yeah.
fellow. Yeah.
Yeah. Same vibe.
Well, what can you do?
What can you do? What
She was
can
be-
you
I mean,
do?
yeah.
So
What can you do? Lots of makeup on both of them.
They have an extraordinary amount of makeup.
Makeup
Yeah.
on. Yeah, it's good for them.
Good for them. Good for them.
You gotta wear concealer, and I wear it because I wear SPF every day.
Yeah.
And then I put on. I don't put concealer on now, but I have because sometimes I get pimples.
Uh-huh.
And okay, wait. I'm
right.
talking. The whole show's getting away.
Okay,
from us,
yeah. So this
let's-
is GRAC Public Access on 101.7 FM The GRAC. We are at Linda's funeral parlor, and our theme this week, given to us by the radio station, is cakes. Cakes. Oh, actually, I have to read the weather.
do the bumper. The people
And
love
bumper.
It. It's so sunny. Rainy. Wind.
This is the weather on GRAC Public Access, brought to you by Gerald's Broom Store. We carry only small brooms. Their bristle area is less than 3 inches in length and up to 1 inch wide, with any length of handle. If you ask for a standard size broom, you will be promptly asked to leave. Oh, that's not nice.
Get ready for the weather.
Southeast GRAC will have a light breeze starting around 8 p.m.
You just learned all about the weather.
And that was the weather this week, brought to you by Gerald's Broom Store. You could ask us for a broom to sweep the inner corner of your kitchen's cupboards, unless you plan to do that with a normal size broom. We'll ask. Our staff has been trained. Oh, that sounds ominous.
Grab public access.
And we're back from the weather. And I guess we have a friend of the show that just showed up. And the friend of the show is going to tell us all about small brooms and what what our sponsor is and all that kind of thing. I'm going to go head off because I know I have to.
No.
I have to because I just found this note on the table, Parker.
What do you mean?
I have to go talk to Linda.
Oh, how did the note get on the table? But,
I actually don't know.
Wait.
I actually have no. I
that's
never
fair.
saw it.
Okay, who's coming? Did we know? Who's
Yeah, we
coming?
do. It's Jen. Jen DeHaan is here to
Oh.
talk about
Oh,
small
good.
brooms. So can you talk to Jen while I go?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
talk. But I'm not gonna. I don't have a lot to say, but I'll do my
Okay,
best.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Bye. Just come back. Don't be a stranger.
I'm just gonna see if I can find them if you don't. This place is creepy as fuck. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're just set up in here. Okay. Hi. So I'm here to demo these small brooms.
Hey, Jen.
Hi. I did.
What's going on?
Not much other than small brooms, I guess. You're Parker, right?
Yeah.
I knew from
Yeah,
your voice
no.
because I've been listening to your show and doing the stuff. So
Oh my goodness. Well, this is me. You know, they say just do me a favor.
yeah.
If you are going to be demoing the brooms,
Yeah.
I guess the two favors would be this.
Right.
One, don't take a picture of me if you don't mind. I just don't want my
Right.
face.
Yeah. Can I
out there.
remember your face? Can I like remember it? I won't take a picture, but
And
I will remember after I leave here.
can I finish the rules?
Yeah. Finish the rules.
And then just if you don't mind, just don't hit or break anything in this place because this is not our place.
Yeah. I reckoned they don't know you're here, do they?
I don't handle the details, and I'm not allowed to
Okay.
say.
So I have these brooms here. They're all small brooms. You see them on the table. I've got a selection of this broom here is for corners specifically. This one.
That is an amazing broom. That almost it's shaped like, you never see the drummers that they sometimes have drums, but then they have a little thing that's kind of spread out like a
Yeah.
broom, and they hit the drums with
Yeah.
that. That's what it looks like to me.
That's what I mean. Honestly, I'm looking at this broom thinking that might be what they're using and just saying it's for a corner, but it's actually from the drum store.
From the drums.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
actually,
'Cause that's-
I shouldn't be saying that because I'm supposed to advertise these brooms, but
Okay,
and I
I'm
might
gonna
be
be
giving
quiet
away
then.
secrets or something like that. But
You've just heard some trade
Yeah.
secrets. Maybe Todd can put in a trade secret sound.
right, oh no, I do the sounds. I take the tapes. I'm actually
Well,
going to stick around to the end and just grab the tapes from you and take them back to the radio
What do you
station.
mean you do the sounds? What does that
Oh,
mean?
I add the sounds to the show. I edit the show.
Oh.
Yeah. Add the bumpers. I put it on the
that's
I put it on
wonderful.
the radio and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, then you're part of the show.
Yeah. I take the stuff.
That is simply
Yeah.
wonderful. Great.
Yeah, I'm a friend of the show. I was hoping to meet you one day because I've heard your voice so much. So
I was worried you wouldn't be friendly, and that's why I protested so much
Right.
about you coming
yeah.
on. But now that you're here, you seem to be
Oh, I
kind,
have a
so-
reputation around here, and I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm not like they say, as they say.
What do they say? If I may put on my 60-minute voice.
I would.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to bleep it.
what does that mean?
I'm gonna have to bleep what they
No.
call me. Like I can't actually
No,
say
no,
that
no,
on the radio.
yeah, we have some rules, Jen. We have.
They
some
call
rules. We
me.
don't
They
actually say
they
it.
call me a cunt,
Oh God!
bitch.
God!
You donkey loving areola. Gatling. Patchouli. Fart. That always loses at chess.
Oh God! God in heaven! I'm out of here. Nope, I'm not doing it. Goodbye.
Yeah, I figured I'd lose him.
All right, so the other broom I have on the table. So, by the way, none of these brooms can be over 4 inches in length. That's just the broom part of it with the bristles. The handles can be any length. So, this next broom here is a 2-inch bristle area, but it's actually a 3-foot long handle. Took a lot of work to get that in my car. Anyway, so that broom right here is actually intended to brush off the screen area of a laptop. It actually looks too rough to do that, so I don't think I'd use it myself. I'm supposed to be selling these brooms, actually. So I think it'd actually be fine on your laptop screen. Don't listen to me. Listen to the store, which I haven't even mentioned. So this is Gerald's Broom Store. You probably know it. It's down by the town center. Small brooms only. Small brooms only. So only a few inches on the bristle part. But the handles can be as long as they want. Sorry. Oh. Oh, geez. Parker? Yeah, what's going on, Parker?
The eyes moved.
The eyes? The eyes or the ice?
On the wall, the eyes
Oh, the eyes moved.
Can you come get me?
Why don't you just come? Oh, he's crying. Just come back the way you went. Just come back the way you went, Parker. Parker. Hey, man, you're fine. Just walk back the way. I can see your back. Just turn around.
Okay.
Just turn.
Do I have to turn around or can I walk with my back to you?
Well, if you aren't gonna trip and fall, I don't want you to fall or something.
I'll look at you.
Yeah. How about look at me?
Oh my God.
My eyes are moving.
Oh my God.
My eyes are moving
They
too.
moved.
So.
No. No,
Why?
there was a painting.
So the eyes moved.
There were-
People's eyes move,
There
Parker.
was a painting. No. There was a painting on the wall of a man.
Yeah.
And the eyes. It was a husband and a wife.
Right.
And the eyes moved on
The
the
eyes-
painting. I swear to you, they moved.
But you're sure it's not one of those like sometimes they can paint things in the way of like you move around and it looks like the eyes are moving, but they're actually not. It's just like an optical illusion.
Can you get Tog back here, please?
Right.
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Okay, I just have to look. I have to cover this one last broom because they wanted me to say it like that. They wanted me to say one last broom. It's like the broom to end all brooms or something like that. But it's really small. This broom here is meant for fingernails. It's like some kind of finger broom or something like that. Right. What are you eating?
Tog sister peanuts.
Tog says so they might not be peanuts. I mean, don't you know what a peanut's like?
I didn't look. They Hold on, I'm just composing myself. They are peanuts.
Do you need a
'cause
tissue?
Tog-
Like you are really wet right now.
I'm doing better. Than
How'd you
think
get
I
that
am.
wet going just over there? Like there was.
Oh, there's. Okay. I'll run down everything real
Yeah,
quickly if you don't
okay.
mind. So we came into here, and then I didn't know they were recording, but they were, and there were bumpers, but I couldn't figure out time because of the relativity and everything.
Right.
And then Linda wasn't here, but 2 other people were, and we heard like banshee screams and everything
Banshee.
else. And then I ate potpourri, but I didn't know it was potpourri, and my stomach started expanding, and that's why I have this belly.
You
on me,
ate
and you
enough
came here and-
potpourri to expand your stomach before realizing it was potpourri.
I had, like, mother always says to have 3 handfuls and then see if you like it. And so I had handful 1, handful 2, and then my stomach started.
Parker, that's when you ignore your mom.
Can you get the fudge out of
Oh,
here, please?
Wow. Okay. Look, I've done my duty with the 3 brooms. That doesn't refer to poo. Don't try to
You
say it
can
refers to
bleep that
poo. Yeah,
out.
I'll bleep it out. I can do that too.
You can bleep that
I
out.
can do
Get
that.
the fudge out of here.
Okay.
Jen.
I'm out and taking my brooms. Yeah, all right.
Bring Tog back.
Okay, no, I'm back. I'll be waiting in the parking lot for those tapes.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Thanks, Jen. All right. You're
I
wet.
said it. I cursed.
Oh, that's okay.
I am
That's
soaked
okay.
and my stomach is about to explode. And there was a painting and of a man and a woman, and It looked like an old painting and the eyes moved.
Oh no.
Um,
You know what? I
And
think
it
this
looked-
place might be haunted.
don't even say that. Can we please? And then Jen insulted my mom, and I told her to get the FUDGE out of
Oh,
here.
well, that's not really a curse. That's okay.
You gotta bleep that still,
I mean, it's
please,
it's
for
a
me.
tasty treat. I'll bleep it. Well, I can't
Thank you.
bleep it because I wasn't here.
I don't want to do the show with no one but you, please.
Okay.
Going forward.
Right. Yeah.
I don't need the ghost here anymore. I don't need the paintings or the shrieks or the man and the woman who
Right.
walk by and
You're really
and,
wet.
yeah, I sweat a lot when I get frightened.
Yeah.
And I got a fright and a half.
Yeah. I got a little bit of a fright too.
What?
Linda's eyes don't move. Linda's funeral parlor, Linda,
Yeah.
the floral dress was, in fact, Linda with the concealer. Like, I have to say, there was probably 12 layers of concealer. I don't wear any makeup, but I it looked like 12 layers to me. And like when she talked, her eyes didn't move and her mouth didn't move either. It was just sounds. But nothing moved at all. It was really weird.
There was
And I peed a little. Oh no, I
Hey,
said
come
that
in
on the
here quickly
microphone.
and-
I don't know if
No,
I hope they
that's-
bleep that
wait,
out.
This is an emergency. You can say stuff like
Okay.
that in emergencies. Come into the other room with me real quickly
Okay,
if you don't
yeah.
mind.
Okay,
Hold on. The
hold
listener
on.
can just
Yeah,
hold on. for a
just hold
second.
on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Come here.
All right.
Okay, hold on. a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over here. Look at the painting.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay. I think that is the man and woman who were walking back and forth here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is.
Is that the lady you were talking to, the Linda?
Yeah, that's Linda.
Okay. Linda's a ghost.
Oh my.
I am sure of it. Okay? Because the painting,
Yeah.
it says there, what does it say right under the painting?
Oh, it says ghosts.
Yeah. One word.
Just ghosts.
Ghost.
Yeah, I think that explains a lot because I could also see right through the floral dress to the
Okay.
wall behind. So.
Okay. We're going to sit back down here just for a little while and calm down.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that
But
definitely.
you might not have seen that. It might have been an optical illusion because the wallpaper here is very
It
confusing.
is. Yeah,
Um,
I initially I thought, oh, that's just a pattern. Like that's just a pattern to go with the
Yeah.
floral pattern. And then I was like, wow, that kind of resembles the wallpaper behind that. But maybe my eyes are seeing something. But I'm
It
pretty sure.
could,
I
but to
know
be
what? I'm pretty sure I
No,
saw
let's
right
not
through it.
be- I don't want us to become litigious or anything like that. We don't know that just because it says ghost on the wall, we don't know that they're ghosts.
Linda
It
has
could have been like
fangs. I'm pretty sure Linda's a were-ghost.
Okay, can we end the show?
We should probably
Um,
end the show.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I have nothing to plug, especially after seeing that, other than, and I just probably need to go get my change of clothes out of the trunk. So,
I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
The door handle's rattling.
oh, jeez.
Okay,
Yeah,
you gotta tell me what to do
Uh,
because I am very
Oh, I don't-
fudging messed up here right
look,
now.
I'm pretty
I am
messed up
fudging-
too.
losing
Why
my
don't
fudging
Why
mind.
don't you run?
My belly is the size of the Globe Theater.
It
and
is.
My fudging stomach.
And it's still moving. How about you run outside and I'll just finish the
Okay,
show.
I'm getting out
Okay,
of here.
there you go. Oh,
I'm
there
getting
you
out
go.
of
So
here.
that's probably a good move. All right. So, listener, that's it for this week's GRAC Public Access. I'm Tog Chesterfield, and who you heard was just Parker Spoon. Parker's left right now, and we'll be back soon here on 101.7 FM, the GRAC. Bye for now. Oh.
GRAC Public Access.
So now about Tig, who this episode was dedicated to. I lost Tig, who is 16 years old, a few days before this episode was recorded. And she was actually the inspiration for the name of the main character, Tog Chesterfield. The first series that featured Tog was called Unfuck Your Life, and it was about getting off of rock bottom from depression. And I wanted to honor her with the name because she spent 2 depressions with me next to me on the couch. So Tog is a combination of the name Tig, her name, and dog, Tog. And she spent all that time with me on the couch. And another name for a couch is a Chesterfield. So that was the inspiration for the name. She was an amazing dog, and I'm going to miss her tons. But I'm glad that she kind of lives through this character, Tog Chesterfield. Bye for now. You have been listening to GRAC Public Access, a StereoForest production. This episode was created, directed, edited, produced, and Tog Chesterfield was improvised by Jen deHaan. Parker Spoon was improvised by Adam. Additional voices and writing by Jen deHaan. You can find our shows, transcripts, and sign up for a free newsletter to get notified of everything we release at StereoForest.com.